Hey, this is Chris, keeping it real without Lee for the next 5 days. Unbelievable, she's gone on a little vacation type expedition with a good friend of hers that used to live here but now lives in Pennsylvania. So I am here left alone to fend for myself. Got up this morning, ran a few errands, and decided I did need to stock up on some supplies for me and my dogs. And so this is what I got. So this is Food Lion haul minus Lee. Oh. Anyway, here's what we got. First thing we got was chicken thighs. These are not for me. These are for, well, they're mostly for Lincoln, and I think Minimus will probably chew on them as well. What I do with these, I'll take these out of the package, rinse them off real good, coat them with a little salt, throw them in the oven for just a little while, not to cook them fully, but just maybe to, it may not do any good, but just kind of make sure there's no germs left on the outside of the chicken. And they'll literally eat that up. They love that. The other thing I got for the dogs is chicken gizzards and hearts. They love these too. It's very good for them. I just feed these. I just wash these. Cubbs, get out of my face, Cubbs. Everybody's got to be a camera hog. Excuse me. What? Cubbs? Get out of the way. Get back over here. Okay. Yeah, she has food. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, they love these. I often get them chicken livers too, but the Food Lion didn't have any today. Unfortunately, they love, well, Lincoln loves those. Cubbs, get back. Okay, for me, got quickly a roast that I'm going to do a repeat of my pot roast, the video I did a couple weeks ago. That was really good, so I got this roast. I'm going to unpack this today, rinse it off, salt it well, stick it in the fridge in a pan, on a plate, wrapped in wax paper or parchment paper. Let that salt work its magic for a day. Probably I'll cook this up tomorrow. Of course, to go with that, we've got a nice big yellow onion. Gonna put that whole thing in there. Got some carrots, put all those in there. Got some celery. When I was younger, when I was younger, I wasn't really a big celery fan, but now that I'm older, I really like the taste a lot more. Especially in cooked food. I guess I never really minded the taste of it raw, but in cooked food, I can taste it a lot better now. Or it just tastes better. And of course, baby mushrooms, sliced. I think that makes all the difference in the world. And finally, on special, we had some country-style pork ribs. I'll probably make these up probably Monday. I'll do the same thing I did with the roast. I'll salt these really well, excuse me. And I don't know if I'll roast them, like pot roast, or if I'll just put them in the oven and let them slow cook. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I might put some barbecue sauce on them. But yeah, okay. I'm thinking maybe that's the trick here. I might salt them up, let them sit for a day, and then marinate them in some kind of barbecue sauce, and then cook those up. I think that's a good deal. So I think between all of these major meat groups here, we have pork, we have chicken, we have beef, and we have more chicken. And what I have in the fridge from this couple days ago, I made some chili, which really came out well, so I'm going to have some of that today. And I have some pizza left over from last night from George's Pizza here in Oxford. If you've never been to George's and you live in the vicinity, you're missing out. And so this is, yeah. What don't you see here? Well, you don't see a bunch of junk food. That's what you don't see. It's amazing how much food you can buy if you don't buy junk food. You can get really good food that really tastes good. So that's been my philosophy now for, well, not as long as it should have been, but a couple years now. So that's what I'm all about, eating real food. I'll have an occasional snack, but I don't let snacks take the place of meals. So anyway, if you like our videos, please like and subscribe. If you're hungry, go out and buy some of this stuff and make some for yourself. And questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. We'll talk to you on the next one.